It's a beautiful day here in Carlsbad. I'm at the Park Hyatt Aviara. It's actually Miles' first hotel stay. We got this beautiful 2-bedroom suite, so stay tuned for that review. Today's reader question comes from Todd. So Todd has an interesting situation. He's got 2 million Amex points. He's quitting his job, and they told him that he can't retain them in his membership rewards account. Now, I would actually call and ask again, because I know when I quit Morgan Stanley, all of my corporate cards were attached to my personal membership rewards, so that even when I left and closed that corporate account, I retained the points. However, if your company has some special deal, transfer them all before you leave, or else you're going to lose them. Now, you did also mention selling them to a broker. So I've never really talked about this. Brokers do exist. Essentially what they do is you transfer it into their account, and then they sell business class tickets to people at a discount. It's against the program rules. If you get caught, you could lose all your miles and points. It's kind of a shady practice, and I just wouldn't really recommend it. You can still get great value out of your points redeeming them on your own. So transferring-wise, I think there's something to think about. 2 million points transferred into frequent flyer miles. I don't know if your new job is going to be demanding, but there is something called having too many frequent flyer miles and not enough time to use them. So yes, transferring to partners like Aeroplan, in British Airways is generally the route that I go. I also would recommend waiting for a transfer bonus, but there's currently none, and I emailed my contacts at Amex, and there's no plans that I know of in the near future. So I honestly would recommend, if I were you, I would probably take 1.5 million and transfer them. I would probably do half to Aeroplan and half to British Airways, and I'll type below why I like those two partners. There's a bunch of different options. The issue is if you transfer to Delta, you're also going to get hit with their 0.6% excise fee, which can add up if you're transferring a lot of miles. I also have a hunch that Delta's frequent flyer program is going to change, and in general, I think that Star Alliance and British Airways redemptions will get you more value in the long term than with Delta. With those remaining 500,000, I would actually, and I normally don't recommend this, but use pay with points to book, maybe an expensive cruise that you wouldn't have otherwise booked. With your corporate card, if you have a Amex, you're going to get 1 cent with pay with points through Amex Travel, so you've got $5,000 to play around with. Delta, I know you like flying Delta, has some pretty cheap fares. Business class this summer, $2,000 each to Europe. Take a 10-day trip and buy your tickets with your pay with points. You're going to earn miles, earn elite status. In general, I don't recommend doing that, but once again, there is such a thing as having too many miles and not enough time to use them. So unfortunately, I'm hoping for a transfer bonus for you, but when you transfer to British Airways and Aeroplan, you're going to avoid the fees. You can book all those awards online. There are other partners like Singapore and ANA, which might make sense, but they're generally a hassle to deal with. So I think you'd be good diversifying like that and then splurging a little bit because you only live once and might as well make your points work for you.